Welcome to the Makino Center of Excellence in Auburn Hills, Michigan. My name is Brian Coward. I'm the EDM Product Line Manager for Makino. Today we're going to have a presentation to talk about a new machine that we have. It's a UXi Series Wire EDM machine. So first, let's talk about the current product line that we have here for Makino on wire EDMs. You can see in the pyramid here where all the machines fall. We've got our standard machines, which would be our UX3, UX6, and then the UX3i and UX6i is a higher end version of that machine, and you can see it's going to go up on the pyramid there where we're going to have higher precision and finer finishes. This is just another slide showing you where it falls in our product line. You can see the accuracy differences between the UX3 and the UX3i. We're going from a positional accuracy of plus or minus 60 millionths to 40, and then a shape accuracy from 2/10 to 1/10 60 millionths. All right, so since it is just an upgraded version of the UX3 and UX6, the sizing will be the same. So it's built on the exact same platform as our UX3 and UX6. So the sizes are going to be the same. The 3 is going to be a 14.5 by 10.5 and an 8.6Z, where the 6 is going to be 25.5 by 17.7 and a 16.5Z. These machines come standard with a 3-sided hardened table. These machines are standard with heat as well. So we have the larger pumps, the 1.6 MPa pumps, or the 232 PSI pumps for the max flushing pressure. These machines will go from 3 thou to 12 thou wire. So what is the standard configuration on the UXi machine? So right here, the biggest difference between the standard UX and the UXi would be the generator upgrade. This machine has the new HFG Generator, which provides the capability for us to have use of the Luminous Surface Finish Technology. This is a new high-end surface finish technology that Makino has developed. This is an upgrade from our existing high-end surface finish technology, which is called Crystal. There's a slide a little bit later, and we're going to talk about the comparison between those two technologies. These machines also come standard with our Hyperdrive Extreme wire guide system, which is standard on all Makino products now. This provides jetless threading capability with the enhanced round guide system. Also, there are accuracy upgrades on this machine. So if you're familiar with our older UXi Series, it's going to be the same type of accuracy upgrades on the UXi. So we've got some internal radiator cooling units that are on the machine for more thermal stability of the machine, with a higher accuracy chiller and a seal plate washdown shower to keep the seal plate lubricated. The machine is also standard with heat, as I mentioned before, and that includes a 4-filter filtration system. Keyboard and mouse is standard. Now, if you remember, I mentioned before, the machine will go down to 3 thou wire, and it will, but the standard configuration goes from 4 to 12. The 3 thou would be an option. A couple extra parts that you need to purchase with the 3 thou wire. So let's just talk about the layout. Again, as I mentioned, it's going to be the same layout as the UX3, same size, roughly looking at 77 inches by 125. Okay, and then we got our table layout as well. As I mentioned, this comes standard with a 3-sided table. A 4-sided table is available. It would be an option. So the standard configuration comes with the 3-sided table. And here's just showing you the layout. We've got M6 holes and M8 holes. So plenty of clamping surface for you to load your parts. The 6, same general look to the machines, just larger, right? So it's going to take up a little more space in your shop. 90.5 inches by 120 roughly. And same thing with the table. It's just a larger table, but the same layout, the three-sided table with M6 and M8 threaded holes. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the features that we have on our UXi machine. So as I mentioned before, it does come with a Hyperdrive Extreme guide system. This includes the enhanced round guide, jetless threading capabilities, improved annealer for AWT, energizer plate positioning, enhanced lower jet. All of those features increase the reliability of the threader on the machine. It also includes our Hyperdrive tensioning system, which is a more finite control of our tensioning. Allows you to control the tensions better on the machine, and it improves corner accuracy. So some of the accuracy enhancements, as I mentioned before, is going to be the radiator cooling units, the chiller, higher accuracy chiller, seal plate wash. The table itself is also manufactured to a higher accuracy flatness than our standard machine. So now let's talk about the main feature that makes the UXi unique versus our standard UX machine. This would be what we call the HFG generator. So you may hear people refer to it as an EW200. That is the technical term. It's an internal name in Makino, but we call it the HFG generator, and that stands for high frequency generator. Why does it stand for that? Because this new feature, what it's going to do for us, it allows us to improve cutting speed on finish passes using higher frequencies. It also will improve surface finish because we're using a lower current. So that means we're putting less power to the machine on our surface, or to the part on our surface finishes, which is going to do less damage, which is going to allow us to get a better surface finish. Because we're using higher frequency, we're also able to increase those speeds while we're getting those good surface finishes. So right now, the standard technology we have will go down to a 3 microinch RA, which is a 0.0 and a 0.08 micrometer RA. That is what we call our new Luminous Surface Finish Technology. So let's talk about some of the machining results that we've done so far. So this is an example of a part that we've cut. It's just a simple punch that we use to test technology. It gives us a good idea for internal radius, external corners, things like that, to see how the technology works. We took this. It is a 25 millimeter thick tungsten carbide punch. We're using 10 thou or 0.25 millimeter diameter brass. So we're just using standard brass to accomplish these surface finishes. And it is an 8-pass machining, and the heads were away. So we weren't sealed off, it was away machining. But you can see by our results down here what the main difference is between the HFG generator and our older standard generator that's on the UX. So again, the standard would be the UX. The HFG is our UXi machine. So we did this test on purpose to kind of compare them exactly. So we tried to go for the same surface finish. So you can see we machined with the Luminous Surface technology. We got to a 3 microinch RA and a 0.07 micron RA. For the crystal, the best we got was a 3.8 microinch RA or a 0.09 micrometer RA. So very similar surface finishes. A little bit better on the Luminous Surface Finish. Now we can get better than that, but this was just a test that we did here with our standard settings to see what we could get. But the big difference is the Luminous Surface Finish technology took 1 hour and 16 minutes to cut this punch, where the crystal took 1 hour and 39 minutes. Now that may not seem like a big difference, but you're talking about a 23% reduction in machining time. So we got a little bit better finish, 23% reduction in the machining time. So if you're doing these kind of parts all the time, you're going to have considerable savings with your machining time to get to these surface finishes. Okay, so now we've talked about this here. Let's go out to the machine And Anthony will give us a walk around of the machine and show you all these unique features on the UXi machine.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm here at Makino's showroom in Auburn Hills. Today, I'm unveiling our new UXi Series machine and talking about some of the key features with this new product line. Personally, I'm super excited. The design philosophy around this machine is amazing, and it's been a long time coming in development. And yeah, behind me is our UX3i machine. This machine also comes in a 6 series size too. So if you wanted to cut parts a little bit bigger, right, thicker. First key feature is our Hyperdrive Extreme wire drive system. So with this drive system, we're capable of jetless threading, full mode annealing, threading in the curves. All these features are greatly beneficial to a Wire EDM machine. Moving down to our work table, this is a hardened stainless steel. This feature is greatly beneficial for the longevity of the machine. Over time, with non-hardened tables, you start to get wear and bowing in the table. On this machine, that's not the case. Moving down to our seal plate shower, this helps with the longevity of the machine. It reduces the amount you have to clean the inside of the tank, right? It also helps with accuracy as well. So keeping that seal plate nice and lubricated as you're moving the axes back and forth helps with accuracy when the tank is not filled. With our new UXi series machines, we have a upgraded high accuracy chiller. This complements one of the build philosophies of this machine, which is thermal stability. This chiller can hold temperatures of plus or minus 0.1 degrees Celsius. With this higher end chiller, the machine is more thermally stable in environments that fluctuate with temperature. Speaking on the thermal stability of the machine, we have internal cooling radiator units in the back cabinet of the machine. The idea here is to keep the casting the same temperature as the water. So this helps with thermal stability, as well as if the machine's in a hot environment, this keeps this whole cabinet nice and thermally stable. One of my personal favorite features being released with the new UXi series machines is our EW200B high frequency generator. With this generator comes a new Luminous Surface Technology using a brand new machining mode. We can get to fine finish and faster speeds. So the quality of the surface finish improves. You're less likely to see faint lines, and the machining speeds are faster. Now back to Brian.
Thank you, Anthony. Now, Anthony and myself will be available for any questions that you have concerning the UXi machine or any other Makino Wire EDM.
Okay, thanks, Anthony, for showing us the machine there. So, as Anthony said, I'm available for any questions that you might have concerning this machine. You can just type there in the chat area. If you look on the right-hand side, you also have a Q&A area that you could type in a question as well. So if anyone has any questions, I'm available for those questions right now. All right, so I did get a couple ahead of time. So one question I got, which we touched on a little bit in the presentation, is wire diameter capability. So this machine, standard as it comes in stock from the factory, will go down to a 4th thou wire. So we can go to 4 to 12 on this machine. There is an option for 3 thou wire that we can go down to with that option. So, okay. So got a question from Cameron here. Are split guides an option? No, they're not, Cameron. So The split guide design that Makino has had for years and years and years is not available on this particular model. We can get that available on the U86, the U1310, and the U6 heat. This particular machine is designed from the ground up using the new Hyperdrive Extreme round guide system. And the reason that we're going with that is it is a probably the best system Makino has ever had. So the threading is very, very reliable. It's very accurate. And it's low maintenance, very similar to the V guides that are low maintenance. Because on this particular guide system, when we unscrew the guide, because typically on a round guide, you have to do a vertical alignment. This guide system, when we take it out, clean it, put the guide back in, it will repeat within 5 microns. So it's going to repeat within 0.2 every time you take it in and out. So you don't really need to do another vertical alignment unless you're trying to, split a tenth. So that is why this is the standard on that particular machine. Okay. Any more questions anybody has that's listening right now? Okay, doesn't look like there's anyone coming in here. I did have another question that was asked of me, was concerning the table. So it's a 3-sided table standard on this machine, and with an option, we can go with a 4-sided table. So what we'll do in order to manage inventory, we will order some machines with a 3-sided table and some with a 4. That's why you may see videos that will show a 4-sided table, and then you'll see others that will have a 3. The machine will come in both configurations. The base machine would come in with a 3. Okay, we got another question here. I want to know more about the generator. So great question, because that is the big feature of this machine that makes it very unique. So the generator that we're using on this machine is called an HFG generator. That stands for high frequency generator. And essentially what we're doing, and this is what allows us to get the better surface finishes, but also we're able to get to those surface finishes in a much faster time. So we're reducing the machining time that it takes to get there. What we're doing is we're using lower amperage and higher frequencies. And so by doing that, you're able to machine, or particularly in finish passes, you're able to make those finish passes machine much faster while still maintaining the surface finish quality. So that's the big upgrade there. And we got a question from one of our sales guys here, Tony. Thanks, Tony. Will it be running at the Lunch and Learn on September 25th? Yes, it will be at the Lunch and Learn, and it'll be available for demos at the Lunch and Learn. And we could use, if we have anything in particular you'd like us to show, we can do that, and we can do some machining on it. We'll have samples as well that'll show you the capability of the machine and what kind of surface finishes and kind of quality that we're getting off of the machine. So we currently have 2 in our Auburn Hills showroom. We have both the UX3i, which you saw Anthony in the demo talking about. We also have a UX6i, which is in our high precision room. So we have 2 machines available for everyone to come in and take a look at. Okay, if no one has any more questions, then I just want to thank everyone for taking some time today and spending it with us to learn about the new UXi series from Makino. If you have any questions concerning this machine or any other EDM product at Makino, please feel free to contact me, and we'll help you out. So thank you, everyone, and have a great day.